Your appearance, counsel?
Chuck Forrester, 132, here on behalf of Seth Discount.
Have you gentlemen had a chance to go over the report and recommendation?
Yeah, Your Honor. Well done and even handed. Really agree with the recommendation.
That's always a plus, isn't it? Anything to add to the report?
Yeah, just that Seth's been compliant since the arrest.
Good.
And he's attended more than a dozen AA meetings, it looks like right here.
Good.
That's record for that. So he's actively done that and continues to do it. And that is really, as far as his action on this is concerned, not friends with the family, good lunch, and just not a drinker.
Okay.
He just got an apprenticeship as an iron worker.
Oh, good.
And
Man, that's a rough. Go ahead. I'm gonna give you food for thought before we're done, but go ahead.
yeah, that's the fourth part of the peer group initiation is when you get rained down, you have to go to the bar. So he just wasn't very good at it. And that was how he ended up here today.
Yeah. All right, let me sentence you, then I'm gonna give you a food for thought lecture. Anything you want to say, don't feel like you have to. Okay, I'm gonna adopt the recommendations in full, just fines and costs, $1,500. Can you pay it today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, so now. Couple things, food for thought. First of all, your blood alcohol content was 0.20. That's a high BAC. When I see numbers like that, especially in young people, I'm worried that there's more here than just bad decision making for one night. So I encourage you to keep going to the meetings. Have you learned anything yet at the meeting? Tell me something you learned.
Yeah. Deciding, like, if we want to drink from them, if you decide if it's going to be stipulation better, or if it's in nice to bring.
Okay, all right. So I'm concerned that you have either a substance abuse problem or you're on the verge of. And I'm saying that just based on the fact that your age and the 0.20. Okay. So I'm just telling you that because I want you to be thinking about that. Now, man, you're in a rough trade. You know any steel workers? You got any steel workers in the family? Man, that's a hard drinking group. Seriously, traditionally, you can ask anybody in the trades, right? Painters and steel workers, hard drinking group. My dad always used to say, I think it's the painters because of all the solvents they use. It does something to their brain. And I'm not trying to talk you out of being a steel worker, brother. I'm just telling you, if you have a proclivity to have a substance abuse problem, you've made an extra hurdle or two in your path because you've chosen that path, right? He didn't tell me you joined a seminary, okay? That might not be the same kind of risk as iron workers. So you're probably gonna have to swim upstream a lot with that crowd if you're not drinking. So I'm just warning you. Once again, I'm not trying to make you change your careers. I'm just warning you, be conscious. And I encourage you, keep going to some AA meetings. Find an AA meeting full of old guys like me, and they'll tell you, man, I wish I was smart enough to come here when I was in my 20s. Haven't I told you that yet? They have? Yeah, yeah. All right, well, good luck to you. Good luck to you. I'm done lecturing. Go downstairs, get a smile out of the cashier. 1,005. Anything else, counsel?
That was excellent advice, Your Honor. Thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Hadley, you got work?
Hey, just gonna make sure that there, Madam Reporter, that you've not had a Lawton check-in online or anything else. Okay, I'm just missing a lot. Just wanna make sure.
no.
My bartending here, the council completely, just let catch it out of my trade. Those guys pay my bills a lot of good.
Hey, Heather,
Yeah,
look at that PSI for that young man, see if he took an ACEs test. I think he was a 2, if I'm not confusing him.
the ace, yeah.
Is it on there?
Yes, yeah. I'm such for fun. Yeah, I don't know what that is. All of it. Like.
No, just always PSI.
Oh, this side of business track. With the electronic. So easy. Great.
No, he was a no, he was zero,
What?
he was zero. Yeah. So, if you guys don't know what.
I made the piece, and it had the order and everything. Do they know what was on it?
Yeah, did any of you do any, did any of you get deeper into it and see the correlation between health and, later? Is it scary? Man, I'm telling you, it blew me away when I started getting into that stuff. That's your something. So and here's what I tell people in this position when I'm sentencing them, quite often if they've got it on a floor, it's not or
Yeah,
yeah. I'll tell them, look, I want you to do some research on that whole body of research. Or read that whole body of research, because if I'm right, you've done things over the past year and you thought, what the hell is that? I want them to understand how that early childhood trauma can affect the physical makeup of it, not to mention how it works. It literally can affect the physical makeup. Because I think it's important first of all, if you're constantly making stupid decisions, you just start to feel like I'm just an idiot. Well, if you realize it's kind of your fault that you're making stupid decisions, I think that helps you kind of get over the fact that, okay, all right, now I know why I'm doing this, now let's fix it. Any other questions? Yes.
The highest split up on.
You know what, I just saw when, Tyler, what was that? 2 weeks ago, we saw 42.
Yeah.
Now, here's what I told the person, this was a woman who, stand up. I don't even think she was as big as you. She was short, I mean, she was not, more body. Oh,
That was just like.
so she was, I won't say she was tiny, but she's not a big one, 42, and I told her, I said, that's not the highest BAC I've ever seen. But that's a lot.
Look for the hash, it's like,
It's
something like, it's getting worse.
No, you go into the.
Nope.
She's putting it in.
Lay down now.
I see cuts her hand, but I just spoke to the yard license, and they do it one time, they find out she's a 0.35. They're a minimum. Because at 0.35 in voluntary muscle groups, you literally say, screw it, we're done.
Yeah, because probation.
Anybody know of involuntary muscle group?
So they said.
Your heart, your lung,
Yeah.
right? I'm telling you, if you're talking to you say, screw it, we're done,
For you.
you got a problem. This one was a 14.
You're right.
And he broke behind me. She was good enough game, but she didn't get behind the wheel and operate the vehicle. So she got, now, that's not, I had a 16, I had a cousin fight. She was in 2-row and short receiving, and she said, winter time especially,
Yes,
the
because.
less fortunate would voluntarily come to check themselves into the hospital just because she rolled outside, so Lisa had a warm place to live. Out with this turn fix it out. And it was an office full. She said, oh, what do you think it's BAC? And they have an office full. She said, well, now, you should be all first. Go through the admissions process, and they were in the pit. But she would also say, that's also a person that literally can't even get out of bed and function if they don't have a certain level of booze in their lungs. Their system, you can't work anymore with no help. She doesn't, right? Wait, hang on. Johnson, come on up.
Your name's Judge, I'll be joining the gym for you.
Let the talker off the ledge. Quiet down, guys, we're on the record. Counsel, your appearance for Mr. Johnson. Thank you. Counsel, have you read the report and recommendation?
Yeah, Your Honor, only correction, non-material we have is under education, it states Southfield instead of Detroit.
Okay,
Other than that, we reviewed everything.
okay. Anything to add before I sentence?
No, Your Honor, we think the recommendation is very fair.
Good.
We're just asking to follow it.
All right, Mr. Johnson, don't feel that you have to add anything, but is there anything you want me to know?
Sorry.
All right, I'm gonna go along with the recommendation. I'm gonna put you on probation for 6 months. I'm gonna order 4 days on the court work program. That is ordered as an alternative to jail. You pick the days. Fines that cost $1,300. Can you pay it today?
No, sir.
Downstairs, you can talk about options. All right. So items 1 through 10 that you looked at with council that were recommendations are now court ordered. Any questions or clarifications required?
Sir.
Good. All right. Good luck to you, sir. You're welcome.
Anything else? Justin?
So a while ago, when you were with Mr. Black, I was here 2 different people.
Who was Mr. Black? Heather, who was Mr. Black?
Are we talking Mr. Perry Stokes? Because I'm guessing that's who you guys mean, the guy with the beard that came in at first and was reading.
No, and then like a blue puppy jack. Oh,
Oh, he was black. Yeah, Attorney Keyone, and his last name was Black.
Okay. Next question?
why would you?
He had the ball guy with him?
Well,
Ball guy is Steve. That was his defense attorney.
why was there like another context? Like, it was people were at the time.
Was there? We had an interpreter earlier, but I don't. No, that wasn't for these guys. That was this morning.
It was 2 people gave like anything maybe.
I had no idea.
You're talking about why he had 2 defendants sitting on the bench, or they were both his?
Oh,
They're both separate.
No, you got ideas. No, he just had 2 clients getting ready, so he had to sit down and get. These days, they're going out of my mind, and things like that next time. Pros and cons. No. Don't. All right, so, yeah, so one of the cons being, so I told you, I talked about, think about running, and the one I used to work for, one of the things he used to talk about it. Is he said, I've been on the bench for 12 years, I have not eaten at my favorite restaurants. Was. Because his favorite restaurant was in the community where it was done, he said, I'm always afraid that the kid in the kitchen is gonna spit my food. So, that's a very controlled way, that's what's very difficult. I know a lot of judges who don't want to socialize at all in their communities. Because you always have to worry about being under the watch. Okay? You have a certain notoriety, people see you in picture in the paper, right? They see you in the news broadcast, they've seen your election materials over the years, whatever. I've been doing this a long time, so I got people that come up to me on a regular basis, like somebody come up and say, "Are you joking?" I don't know. Yes, but you always wonder why they don't, how they, because in a sense their son, and they're really upset. So that's it, maybe they didn't. But that's one of the downsides is you kind of live yourself